Hope you're all doing okay. Hope you've had a good week. I hope you're enjoying club so far. I wanted to talk today about Jesus, and I wanted to talk about the kind of people who Jesus hung around. I feel like it's a very important topic, and I feel like it's not really talked about enough. So, straight off the bat, you've got the original 12 disciples, the original crew that Jesus hung out with. They're a pretty cool bunch, if you ask me. But also a really weird collection of people. Like if you think about what they did before they were followers of Jesus, it sounds like the start to a bad joke. You know, you've got fishermen, you've got tax collectors, you've got all sorts of weird and wonderful people gathered together. But then I want to go deeper than that. I want to talk about the kind of people that Jesus would go to a place to meet. And so we're gonna turn today to Luke chapter 19, and it goes like this. Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through. A man was there by the name of Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector and was wealthy. He wanted to see who Jesus was, but because he was short, he could not see over the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed a sycamore fig tree to see him, since Jesus was coming that way. When Jesus reached the spot, he looked up and said to him, "Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today." So he came down at once and welcomed him gladly. All the people saw this and began to mutter, "He's gone to be the guest of a sinner." But Zacchaeus stood up and said to the Lord, "Look, Lord, here and now I give half of my possessions to the poor, and if I cheated anyone of anything, I will pay back 4 times the amount." Jesus said to him, "Today salvation has come to this house, because this man too is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost." See, I think that's pretty cool, right? But let's break this down for a second, right? Because you might hear tax collector and everyone's calling him a sinner and everything. It's like, what's that all about? So just for a bit of historical context, not too long ago by this point, the Roman Empire had invaded what we now call Israel. Long story short, they now completely own the place. And so all of the tax collectors, when they collect taxes, it's not going to some Hebrew king somewhere, it's not going to a local government, it's going straight to the Roman Empire. And so the Jews at the time had a very dim view of tax collectors. They thought they were traitors. Tax collectors were also known at the time to take money for themselves as well from the taxes. So not only did the Jews see them as thieves taking from Jewish people and giving to the Romans also had quite a dim view of them as well, because they've got this stereotype they're just mooching off the pot. So Zacchaeus is probably going to be only a handful of people who liked him, but Jesus comes along and he's like, "No, I must stay at your house, Zacchaeus." And I think that's, incredible. So I think about what that means. What that means for Zacchaeus and the people at the time, and what that means for us today as well. So at the time, as I said, you've got all of this hatred for tax collectors, and Jesus chose to stay with him. And that's because Jesus came to hang out with those kind of people, to save those people. And he says that right at the end. He says that the Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost. Not the mildly misguided, no, the lost. And I think about what that means for me as well, right? When I was a teenager, I was a mess, quite frankly. Even now I'm a bit of a mess. I'm I'm a nerd who plays Dungeons and Dragons and reads comic books for fun. But Jesus came for me too, and I'm sure there are lots of you who feel like outcasts, and Jesus came for you too. And so if you take away nothing else from this talk, this slightly rambly talk, it's that Jesus came for you even if you feel like the most rejected and outcast human being on the planet. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the club, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.